So, I mean, how do you distill a childhood of worth of lessons, a life worth of lessons from your parents into just a few minutes, right? So during this time, like what impact did this growing up in this grocery store have on you? Take one big lesson that you learned from that experience, or two. I know it's going to be hard, but like just get into that.
Well, one lesson that I can remember, and I didn't realize its importance until much later in life. But one day I was in the grocery store. I was probably maybe 9 or 10 years old, and my dad was up at the counter. He was ringing up the groceries for a customer that was coming in. One of those human beings we call customers. And he said, "Howard, go get me a couple of baskets of strawberries." And so I did. I brought him up to the front counter. He took those strawberries and he put them in the basket, or in the bag. And the customer left, and I was old enough to realize that he hadn't rung those berries up on the cash register. Now this kind of cash register was one of those ones that had all the different buttons on that represented a different number and a hand crank. That was his cash register.
It's pretty obvious when somebody rings something up. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it was obvious. It'd go bing, like that. Yep. And so I said to him, "Dad, you forgot to ring those up." And he just looked at me and he said, "Son, not everything we do in life should we get paid for, or do we get paid for." And these people happen to be, they're not just our customers, they're our friends as well. They're our neighbors. And I happen to know they love strawberries, and I also know that they're struggling today financially. And so strawberries are not inexpensive. So it's just my way of saying thank you for being our customer, and I'm glad you're a neighbor and our friend. And I never forgot that lesson, that not everything in life do you need to get paid for. And I think all too often in life, we think we need to be rewarded for everything that we do. We need a pat on the back, or we need extra compensation, or whatever it happens to be. And the truly great things in life, we don't get paid for, and nor should we. The pay that we get is how we feel about ourselves.
So what is that truly great thing? What, in this moment, what was the truly great thing that you can't put a price on?
Well, it was the helping, serving other people. I think we're all put on this earth to serve other people. I don't care whether you're a doctor, lawyer, engineer, fire chief, whether you're a barista. It doesn't make any difference what you do in life. There's only one reason for our existence, and that's serving other human beings. Yeah. Now, sometimes it's difficult to make a connection of why you're serving them. If you're a widget maker, for example, making widgets is going to a printing press. It's not easy to take that widget in your own mind and take it all the way to you or me, who gets a newspaper or magazine to inform or entertain us. But that widget maker had something to do with that. And it's us making those connections that really makes a difference in life.
I love that. And I love, and I think we'll get into this as the story unfolds and as you get into your time at Starbucks, but this idea of just like the human element, right? And how to scale a business, we need systems, processes, and procedures, but we need to be able to implement these things without eliminating that ability to empathize and understand somebody's situation and to do what's best in that moment. If you enjoyed this video, please help us out. You can do it by liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon. It really helps out. And don't forget, there's a complete archive of every episode with show notes at restaurantunstoppable.com.